Cheers.
Chris, the other day after the time trial, you kind of said, the horrible Horner, but today was the honorable Horner. Unbelievable ride, virtual leader out on the road there. How'd you put all that into plan?
Yeah, well, we got a great team, and they rode really strong. I knew with Jens up there that originally the team wanted me to go for the stage, but I'm here to win the overall, so the only shot was to hope for a break like that, and Jens really was when Jens up there and Rast up there, and then George went across, and when I saw George there, I thought if we had 4, we had a good chance. Colombian guy really wasn't working much through the valley, and he sat on me going up the next KOM the whole way up, and pulled about half as much as I did through the rollers, and barely any on the descent, so I was glad to see Guessing catch him.
Well, you had different objectives, obviously, than what he did. What was it like after the first climb when you were on that Radio Shack Nissan Bennett Horner Void Express?
That's what I was looking for in the day, and when I saw it there, to be on Jens's wheel is just amazing. He's pulled so hard. I could see that they were panicking behind in the field, and they weren't going to give us much gap, so I told Jens and George to just give everything they got to the next climb, and I'm going from that climb all the way to the finish. I was lucky the Colombian guy came with me. He was a good help through the valley and all that kind of stuff. Would have been great if he did a little more work, but you got to do what you can do.
Well, it was a fantastic ride. Of course, you made today incredibly exciting.
You got to put on a show, huh? That's what we're here for.
Fantastic show. You came here to win. You didn't come out with that. You missed out on a stage win, but are there some positive things you can take from this race?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly you look on the climb. I mean, with all the work I did, you can tell I'm one of the best climbers still. That's for certain. I don't have any bad feelings about where I finished today. I just wanted to go out with a show for sure. The stage would be nice, but the overall is what I really wanted, and the only way to do that was just to risk everything, and so you did it. It just didn't work.
Well, you get a lot of respect from a lot of everybody for going out there and doing it. Nice job.
Thanks. I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
Thanks, Chris. Tom, obviously a long, hard day out there with Dave Zabriskie in the yellow jersey, but your team incredibly strong on the front. Can you tell me a little bit the plan of action on trying to caught by surprise with Horner's attack and bringing him back?
Yeah, I mean, it was a really hard race, much harder than last year because, he won in the break, and, I mean, they were going amazingly fast. I don't know how they did that. And it was just really hard all day, and the team rode great. They had to do a lot of work. It was suffering for everybody, and I just did the best I could. I just got a little dehydrated in the last couple K, and I had to just ride my own pace. Like, I felt really comfortable with Gesink, and then all of a sudden I started to get the chills. I was like, oh man, I didn't drink enough, and it was just hard to stay hydrated all day. But I mean, I did the best I could for sure.
Well, the team rode great. Coming out of this, the whole stage was a little bit harder. You didn't get to just wait until the final climb. You can feel good about how your form is right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very good how my form is. I mean, just did a huge month and a half of block of training for the tour, so I expected to come here in good form. A little bit dull with no racing, but I felt really strong all week and felt really strong today. Did the best I could. I wanted to win, but Gesink was stronger for sure.
It was a very impressive ride by all of you guys. Nice job.
Thanks.
Robert, congratulations. A fantastic stage win, plus the yellow jersey, the winner of the Amgen Tour of California. How important is this win for you?
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, as most of you might know, I had a really difficult year. 1.5 years, actually. In October, a bit more than a year ago, my dad died in a cycling accident, of course that was really difficult. I had a good start of last year, but then a crash in the Tour and a crash in the end of last year where I broke my leg. So coming back from a broken leg ain't easy for a cyclist. I had to work real hard, and then as I told before, in January I still had to learn to walk properly. Now, after a lot of work, hard work, I'm back here with a great win in one of the most difficult stages ever in the Tour of California, and it's incredible. To be honest, I really still can't really believe it.
Well, you're known as one of the best climbers. It was an incredible win today. At what point, when you were chasing down the Columbia, did you know that you had a chance to win this race?
Now, to be honest, I was focusing also on a lot on GC, of course. Hope to do good in GC, and then I catch him at a K, I think, and I sprinted and I saw the podium. And I was actually sprinting for this one, but then I saw the finish was there, so I almost crashed in the last corner still. Yeah, it was a bit difficult to see where the finish exactly was, but he was a really small guy, and I could beat him again in the sprint.
All the hard work paid off. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, welcome to Race Radio from Stage 7 of the Amgen Tour of California. I'm Joe Lindsay. I'm here with Frankie Andreu, and today it was the big kahuna. It was when everything was going to go down. It's the Mount Baldy stage. Predictably, fireworks went off. We had an early break, and it had a pretty big name in it, huh, Frankie?
Yeah, a few big names. I mean, Horner took off, and of course, one of the questions is, how does that guy get into a break? How do you allow somebody so dangerous to go up the road? But Horner, with Vogt, with Bennett, with Rost, and a bunch of other guys going up the road, and of course that was danger. And it was fantastic to watch. Horner for a long time was virtual leader on the road. Garmin chasing. Then Rabobank chasing, and then the final punches to him was BMC tagging it up the climb. But Horner did, really an incredible ride. But in the end, it went to somebody else.
Yeah, Robert Gessing takes the stage, takes the overall, and Wilco Kelderman, his young teammate, rode well enough to go into the overall for the best young rider. Going back to that breakaway, I think it seemed like most teams expected Horner to try something. I think what really threw him for a loop was bringing 3 other guys up there with him. And everybody said, when you get in a situation like that, you got 4 guys from one team in the breakaway. Well, if one team's chasing with 4 guys, then it's basically 4 on 4. It's even numbers the whole time. And with these kind of up and down roads today, they really weren't able to mount much of a really sustained kind of pace-making tempo that would bring those guys back. I don't know if they were getting great time gaps. It sounded like they were getting okay time gaps, but there's a lot of variables in a race like this where a group like that goes up the road and you just really don't know what's going to happen.
It was a fantastic race. Hasink, he's the best climber. Everybody's talking about him. We knew he was going to be good. Dombrowski was up there, a fantastic ride by him. Levi actually did a respectable ride. Too bad for Lawson Craddock from Bone Traeger. He was best young rider. He ended up blowing. And the list of guys that blew is incredible, but that always happens here on Baldy. It's so steep. It was so hot. Guys melting, salt all over them. It really was an epic race. And so tomorrow we're going to LA, and now we have a U.S. style almost like criterium.
Yeah, it's basically going to be almost a circuit race. I do want to say again, hats off to Dombrowski, passing Danielson, passing Van Garderen, really climbing past the cream of the crop in international racing, pretty much everybody but Gessing. So that was a fantastic ride. But yeah, tomorrow's stage is very short. It's only about 45 miles. They start on Rodeo Drive. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of quizzical looks at what a bike race is doing down there. But then they go down to the Staples Center and they do a bunch of circuits around that. And I got to think again, it's going to be a little bit of the Peter Sagan show. What do you think, Frankie?
Nah, sprinters, real sprinters, faster sprinters. Okay. Sagan is strong, and the thing is that might carry him through is that he's so strong, he could be the freshest of the sprinters. But true speed, I think, can come out with Tom Bonin, and that's who I'm going to go with.
Are you going with Bonin among the true sprinters? Okay.
That's what I just said.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, and I picked Hasink to win today.
You picked Hasink to win today? When did you do that?
I did. I watched yesterday. I picked Hasink to win today, but I picked
apparently I haven't been paying attention.
I predicted Zabriskie to keep the yellow, and obviously that didn't. I can't win them all. No.
Zabriskie did finish second overall. That's the 3rd time that he's finished second here. Obviously, a good ride by him, not quite good enough. Danielson just didn't quite have it today. So Hasink gets the big prize.
Let's go to LA.
All right, let's go to LA. That's Race Radio from Stage 7.